Again, and now I wanted to go over specifically what I did with the Duelist to get the achievement, uh, the challenge achievement in Nemesis, and how I used Pillar of the Cage God. And as you can see, my leveling time is pretty damn insane. Uh, 19 and a half hours, which is actually about 17 because I idled on this character quite a bit for I would say about 2.5 hours. So I achieved level 65, soloed everything, no problems, and had insane clear speeds. And I wanted to go ahead and explain how I use Pillar with Sweep, Leap Slam, and how I would go into later defenses as I would scale this. So ultimately, on this one, I would use Bringer of Rain um, for the insane HP, the extra links, and I would put Heavy Strike in it. As far as the sweep goes, the links that I use are Increased Area of Effect. Notice like none of these are pretty much quality except for a few, like Sweep. Increased Area of Effect, Added Fire, Melee Physical, Fast Attacks, Multi-Strike, and Sweep. The important thing to note is if you're on a 5 link, then you would probably cut out the added fire. You still want to keep the melee physical because you want your life leech and your mana leech to be strong. Uh, Cutting out the added fire, while it may help you against fire vulnerable shit or like physical resistant stuff, um, it's just overall better, way better to use melee physical. I didn't level with a single mana flask the entire time. The early levels I used Dodri's Damning, or the ring. Let me show it to you. So this mana gain on kill, that's the big one on this ring. The mana gain on kill allows you just to plow up until like level 20ish without a mana flask because you just kill so fast and so rapidly. I leveled up as Cleave until I could get to level 18. From level 18 I switched to this weapon two-hander right here. It's called Wide Swing. Wide Swing is very, very nice because it comes with an extra link, increased area. It already comes with this link, but at level 20, and it's at level 18. So your range is insane. You get 144% increased physical damage, which is awesome, and then you get that 10 mana gain on kill. That's the big one too. And then you get +2 weapon range. So your sweep just covers an insane area. So this is a very, very good starting out weapon. I think I switched out of Wide Swing to Pillar around 26, level 26, because the Pillar damage ended up being so much better. But for the most part, you just go around one-shotting shit, like just one sweep. There's no point in using multi-strike because you would just swing, one-shot everything, and then you would just swing 2 extra times for no reason. So you're rooted for no benefit. So you start out with Wide Swing as a duelist. We move out of the tree like this, get mastered the arena, and then I beelined it to the right, acceleration. Then I ran to mana flows and started running Hatred. The extra mana, the extra regen is also going to help, especially at those early levels. I proceeded to move out to get Executioner, Accuracy, which is going to help because it's going to be a little while till you get Resolute Technique. After that, I proceeded to go down into Golem's Blood. This I didn't get until the very last few levels. So after you get Golem's Blood, proceed all the way over here to this Strength node, and then get these two 12% increased life nodes. Then I moved up here, straight line, beelined it for Resolute Technique. After Resolute Technique, I picked up Elemental Adaptation, and then after Elemental Adaptation, I went up to get Athleticism because I want to get more life, more damage. The 20 strength is going to scale very well with Pillar. Then I moved my way in here, and I went through these 8% elemental damage nodes. Catalyze, actually at the lower levels, it does not scale very well. It will increase your damage, but it's so abysmal to what you can get and what you need to get. So I chose to skip that. If I ran in a group with a lot of auras and my gear started getting like really good, and my Hatred was good, my added fire was good, then I'd probably pick up Catalyze, easy 1 point. But for now, leveling to 65, skip it. If you don't believe me, you can train it yourself to see how much it improves your DPS, and you will be shocked how little it goes up because it's increase and not more. like weapon elemental damage gem. So once I got to the Templar nodes, I went up to the life node, got Enforcer. This is the big one that scales my damage. After Enforcer, I got Discipline and Training. After Discipline and Training, I went up to get the Amplify nodes. So now I'm starting to feel really, really good. I have Resolute Technique, I have plus Elemental Adaptation, plus Resist, and now I have Amplify, and I have the 2 good Templar life and damage nodes. Then it's the next obvious choice is regen and life, and then you're pretty much done with that area. You can technically not even get that life node right here, but early on in Nemesis you want life, and you're not in the Scion Wheel yet, or the Marauder start. So finishing the Templar node, I went up to get more block. I got Ancestral Knowledge, which would give me mana, which would give me 1% or 1.5% increased area, and then I would proceed to the 3%, 12%. This is actually worse than a 10 strength node. This is more actually like 7 strength or something like that, 6 or 7 strength. And then this Whirling Barrier. The Whirling Barrier is the bread and butter staff node for blocking. So 13% block from these two nodes is insane. It's gonna keep you from taking a lot of hits, a lot of extra hits, and reducing that burst. After I got the staff node, so I didn't have the Scion Wheel until much later, I went into the Marauder tree because I started to need resist. I started to hit Cruel, I started to hit Nemesis where my resists aren't quite there. Diamond Skin fixed that. Heart of the Gladiator, 30 life, 10 strength, physical damage, Pillar, awesome, life, awesome. Crit multiplier reduction, Troll's Blood, again, more regen, more strength, more pillar damage, and then these 8, regen, 8, and 14. Then I was done with the Marauder side. After that, I started to make my way towards the Scion Wheel, and you just go strength, 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 strength. Oh, actually, you already have the strength node, so it's 3 strength nodes, and then down into Path of the Warrior. Just beeline it to there, and then after that you just go 8 and 12, and pretty much this is where your build starts to come together as far as how solid it is. You pretty much have all the bare necessities of the skeleton of this build. You can then choose of how you want to build your defense. If you want to go Iron Reflexes, you can. It's not too far. If you want to go Endurance Charges, you can get this Endurance Charge very easily. It's a strength node, which isn't bad. And then Endurance Duration, which is what I would do with this build. I would go like Immortal Sweep. I got these two because they were just 2 points away. So I got an extra Endurance Charge, 18% Endurance Charge, and then I got the extra Stam. Then I'd probably go this way, and then I'd pick up the regen per Endurance Charge after that. And then after that, I would go for the buff durations to make that Immortal Call very, very long. So now I'm going to just run around and show you how the combat looks and how it flows. Just do it like a Doc's run. It's very, very efficient. You might not think sweep is good, but sweep with pillar is excellent. I mean, the one multi-strike will usually take out all the packs. There is a slight knockback to the ability itself, but it's not enough to kick them away, and the area is actually farther than the animation. So although the sweep animation only looks like it's about this big, it actually extends pretty damn far. Like, you see me hitting these guys over here, they're like nowhere near the sweep animation. But I leveled up with no problems at all, solo, and just pushed my way through with pretty much very, very cheap uniques. The most expensive thing I have on my gear is the 6-link pillar, but you don't even need that. It's just more of a quality of life. I have my other 5-link from Belly of the Beast attached to Heavy Strike for those, nice single target hits and taking down mobs really, really quick. I have it attached to Added Fire, melee physical, fast attacks, and weapon elemental damage. You could put multi-strike on it, but honestly I didn't feel like it was necessary. a lot of times it was overkill, and it was just very, very clunky. So you could use your choice of enfeeble or vulnerability. I would recommend those. But as you can see, like the clear speed and leap slamming is important. You want to position yourself in the middle and the heart of packs. Okay, now I'm like crazy desyncing right now, so that you know. And the best way to do that is with leap slam, because you pick and choose where you want to leap into. You don't want to just run up to the side of a pack, then you're just gonna end up having to sweep a lot more. Alright, so we'll look at my damage at the moment with, you know, what could be a lot better gear if I had Abyssus or Bringer of Rain. I don't have one on me in Nemesis, but trust me, it would be a very, very substantial increase. Oops, I'm using the wrong pair of boots. They'll just go around a little bit more, and you'll get a feel of how it flows. The life leech from the Carnage Heart is doing so much work, like it's insane. Oops. And literally, like, I did 90% of my leveling, killing everything in one multi-strike. You can check my stream for more footage, the lower level stuff, and it was just plow mode. Alright, so that gives you an idea of, you know, the potential and how fluid this sweep is. I mean, it's pretty insane. You don't see me potting at all, because I don't need to, frankly. Any damage I do take, I either block it or I'll heal it through Carnage Heart. My tooltip DPS is 9106 on Heavy Strike at level 65, and my sweep is 3565. Obviously, you could scale this to much higher damage with Conk Effect. That would greatly increase the damage that sweep would do, but I mean, sweep is nice because of the amount of area it covers. That guy is desynced. I am insanely desynced right now. So it's sweep is your go-to clear ability, while and it's not real. I mean, maybe if you wanted to do like sweep as your only ability, and you wanted to do it for bosses and stuff, and you have other people taking care of the AoE, Conk Effect would make the range very, very small, and overall your clear speed would probably be longer. As far as boss killing, again, it's going to be vulnerable to your magic minus max bosses, like you've seen with the Immortal Wukong and shit like that. But the regen will be very, very high. HP should be very good, and yeah, I mean, let's go Lunaris. Use Enfeeble Granites to be very tanky. It's more like a reactive thing, hitting the right flask at the right time and being rewarded for doing so. Alright, that's going to conclude the sweep build on the Duelist. Obviously you can do this on other classes. You can do this as a marauder and get to the same places. The only thing you would skip out would be these last two notes, because they're inferior to strength notes. So marauder would be more efficient because you get all the life and not have to get these two. You could get two other strength notes and it would be better than the Duelist start. However, the Duelist start was very, very easy to level. You get all the resources that you need early on to just plow. So marauder slower to start. Templar, you could do it as a Templar. You would go through a bunch more melee physical nodes, 12, 10, 10, 10, all inferior to 10 strength nodes. So I would suggest, if you truly want to min-max, yeah, it's cruel. I can do Merciless, but I just wanted to kind of show you how much damage I was doing beforehand, which my damage really hasn't changed all too much, other than the skill gems, because I use the same gear. Like, I'm not even cursing, and you know, it's going down just fine. Very, very cool build. Very underrated and underappreciated gem, and it probably will only get cooler in the next patch. Alright, I'm gonna go over my other pillar builds in a different video, but I'm going to require some setup with recoloring and all that shit to make it work. So that will conclude this sweep video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys, you know, have fun with your different variations, especially when it comes to defense, whether you choose to go to the Abysses Lightning Coil route or the Bringer of Rain. Both I would strongly recommend you go Immortal regardless. Buff duration nodes for Immortal Call. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later.